Yes, ma'am. Loud and clear. Loud and clear. Mic check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is Weather Mike on the football live shot in Cullman. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't have anything. Coleman High School, the place to be tonight. The Bearcats and Jasper Vikings renew a very strong and intense rivalry that dates back to the Woodrow Wilson administration. 1920 for those of you not up on your past presidential knowledge. Hi, everybody. Jeff Spiegel here. Jamie Hale just a tad under the weather. So great to be in Coleman. I'm a Good Hope grad, but I married a pretty Coleman girl named Julie Wilkerson. In fact, we met over there at the Coleman Tennis Center. And speaking of sweet matchups, a good matchup tonight. Jasper Coleman, 77th meeting. Coleman 38 wins, Jasper 36, 2 ties. The last 2 games, Coleman won by a combined 3 points. Now the Bearcats are 0-3. They didn't score their first offensive touchdown until they were 8 quarters into the season. Colt Culver's TD throw to Morgan Holly broke down the door to the end zone. Since then, the Big Cats have a big play reputation. How about the reverse? And a pass from freshman Wynn Shannon to Colby Holt. And at Athens, Weston Keel had 200 yards rushing. They lost a 41-38 shootout. But the offense will come into this game with a lot of swagger. Our head coach interview brought to you by Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers. Coleman Bearcats coach Trent Walker joins us. And Trent, your first year at Coleman, and look, no coach likes to start 0-3. Gene Stallings did, by the way, back in Alabama back in 1990.
Good company.
But the last 2 games, your guys have shown you a lot, haven't they?
They really have. When we walk in the building, I don't feel like we're a team that's has the feel of an 0-3 team. The players are enjoying the process. The coaches enjoy coming to work. It just has a great vibe. We say we got joy in the building. No, you don't want to start 0-3, but our guys are believing in our process. They've played more than the wins, the brotherhood, the playing for each other, both sides, offense, defense. We talk about one team, one fight, and we've shown that. But each side of the ball is taking their turn and maybe not having their best night. The defense is hold stiff at times. The offense has scored points here these last 6 quarters, so it's been a team effort. And so just the effort and relentlessness we're playing with, that's what I said. Coleman cares about that. Mm-hmm. Our fans care about the way we play the game. The results are going to come. We just got to keep chopping wood and stay at the process.
Yeah, you played here. You played in this Coleman-Jasper-Walker rivalry.
It's still taking me a time to get used to calling it Jasper. I still want to call it Walker.
What are people going to see on TV when they see these 2 teams go at it?
The intensity is going to pop off the screen. Just the way these 2 play. No matter what the records are, the intensity between these 2, but you still got black and gold, both playing black and gold. Just the intensity of the rivalry, how close it's been over the years, and just the way the young people, the passion they play with. It's 2 proud football communities. We really both. It'll be a huge crowd here, well attended on both sides. So we're excited about Friday night in Coleman.
Yeah, you got young kids doing great things. A freshman executing a trick play for crying out loud. A sophomore at quarterback. How much have you seen Colt develop over the past 3 weeks?
His growth has been incredible. You know you're going in as a sophomore. You think about growing pains you're going to have, but just from Bob Jones 2 weeks ago, and then the last week, it's just the jumps are huge. He's a smart young man, so he's taking the offense, but his command, his command of the huddle, the way he breaks it, the way he calls it assertively, gets us in the right stuff. We have a lot of checks. We're not just giving him the play for a sophomore. We're giving him a lot of checks on a scrimmage, checks from the sideline. He's executing it perfectly. Just his confidence. That's what we're seeing now from him.
Then I want to ask you about Colby Holt. He's got back-to-back games with kickoff returns for touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm glad he wears black and gold and wears our colors tonight. He's a special player, hard-working young man. Just doesn't say much. I worried that he would not fit in as well here, not saying as much, but he goes out, blocks without the ball, does all the things, but then, again, he just goes about his business and makes explosive plays and touchdowns. That's all he does is score. That's kind of what we say about him. If the ball's in the air, we like his chances coming down with it.
All right, Coach, good luck tonight. Thanks for joining us.
Thank y'all for being here. Appreciate it so much.
Now let's talk about the Cats' opponent. The Jasper Vikings come in with a 3-0 record. The Vikings are coached by former UAB defensive coordinator David Reeves. He's in his third year at Jasper. After going 1-9 that first season, the Vikes went 7-3 last season and now are off to a 3-0 start. But Reeves says each day presents its own challenges.
Implementing culture is not something that happens overnight. It's something that you got to work on daily. It's kind of like a herd of cattle, man. They go try every edge of the fence there is and see there's no holes, but then they start over again and go back and try every edge of the fence. So culture is something that we work on every day and talk about every day, but it's something that we're obviously figuring out.
The Vikings are coming in hot. Last weekend, a 48-13 win over Decatur. Quarterback Lincoln Smothers threw for 180, ran for 224 and 2 touchdowns. He also handed off to Micah Pledger, who ran for 158 yards. These Vikings are unafraid, unselfish, and so far, kind of unstoppable.
It's so much fun. We have so much fun out there. The O-line just blocked so good. They block great. The wide receivers block great. Me and the quarterbacks, we do our thing. We keep the same expectation every time we come out to play. We come hard, we come fast, we come physical every single time, and we never give up.
And it's just attention to detail, trying to take care of the smallest things. So the smallest things always make the biggest difference.
Well, we've learned here that summer heat doesn't officially go away until October, but the good news is it's dry. Blitz Game Day meteorologist James Spann joins us now, and James, should be good football weather tonight.
Well, by the way, Jeff, this is the best part of my week. You know that, being on the Blitz Game Day show. And you're right. For those that are new here, September can be a very hot month. I know you think of fall is arriving and the leaves changing. That comes in October. The hottest temperatures on record in this state have occurred during the month of September. So we're going to deal with very warm conditions, but very dry conditions here at Coleman High School tonight. Let's take a look at the numbers. You can see Birmingham sitting at 91. Here in Coleman, we're in the mid-80s, around 86. The hotter values over on the western side of the state, Tuscaloosa 93, Centerville down in Bibb County coming in at 95. Question is, will it rain tonight? We actually had some illegal showers early this morning, about 4, 5, 6 o'clock over West Alabama, showers that we did not forecast, but there's nothing there. We're going to be dry tonight. Here's our forecast for the game tonight. The sky will be clear and the air is dry, so temperatures come down nicely, about 84 degrees at kickoff, 81 at the half, upper 70s on the way home. Coming up at 5 o'clock, college football weather and much more. Jeff, back over to you.
Thanks, James. Still to come on Blitz Game Day, I'll chat with Coleman High School's first football All-American, the great Wayne Trimble. And Coleman Bearcat Chance Hausler joins us next to answer the burning question, do you prefer to hit or be hit?
Just this like a cover band.
Okay. Yeah, it's fine.
I am not hearing the station. Not yet. Oh, I hear someone. Okay. Cool. Thanks, Fletch. How's it going, man?
It's going good. It's going good.
Good. Let's see. I mean, we can lose it. We can sure lose it. I just really didn't know what to do there. We can drop it. We'll drop it. It's not sponsored. Mic check for you.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, cool.
Hey, what's going on? 3232, 3232. Cheshire live from Vestavia.
Got you loud and clear. Thank you, sir.
Perfect, thank you. You had a home opener for
Thanks so much to the Coleman cheerleaders. We'll hear more from them a little later as we look forward to the Friday Night Rivals game of the week. Coleman taking on Jasper. You know, a football player's career is measured in, well, many ways. One of them, how his team fared against their rivals. Coleman has won 9 of the last 11 games against Jasper. And we're here with Bearcat DB and 2-time touchdown maker, Chance Hausler. You're 2-0 against Jasper. How important is it to you to finish your career 3-0 against these guys?
Yes, sir. It's pretty important to me. I love to walk out of here 3-0 against them. They're pretty big rivals to us, and it's always been a dogfight with them, and I love playing them every year, and I look forward to it every year.
Looking at your stats, you have 8 tackles and a pass breakup on defense, and then those 2 touchdowns on offense. So you run behind your buddy, number 0, Jack Cabry, in the heavy goal line package. So which do you like best, like hitting a ball carrier or receiver, or being the ball carrier and scoring touchdowns?
Yes, sir. I'd really have to say defense, like hitting them more. Running touchdowns is great. Celebration is great. Chopping it up with the guys after you score is big, but I'm always hype on defense. Give that energy to the defense throughout the game so we can pull through and stop the opponent.
What do you think Coach Walker has brought to this program that was missing before?
Yes, sir. There was a rough stretch for Coleman football that went through with the culture-wise and setting down the tradition, and I think when he came in, he set down a great ground of tradition and culture and brought us in all together as brothers, because before this we weren't really as tight, and football wasn't really a big thing here, and I think he's just brought it all together. No matter what the record shows or how bad we're playing, he's always been there for us, and he's a great coach, and I just think he's brought that culture and that tradition back that we used to have and what Coleman was known for in the past.
And Coach calls you one of the team leaders. How important is that to you?
Yes, sir. That's very big to me. That's what I was really focused on going into my senior year, is leading my team, and whether it be by example or just showing them right from wrong outside of football. And it's been really big to me that he labels me as that, and I trust him a lot with everything, and I'm very glad we got him here.
Cool. All right, Chance, good luck tonight.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
thanks
for being here.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Well, there are a couple of compelling games in 7A Region 3 we'll be following tonight. Hoover is hosting unbeaten Hewitt-Trussville. And Johnny Codden is in Vestavia Hills, where the Rebels are hosting another unbeaten Region 3 team. Johnny?
Yeah, that's right, Jeff. Well, I know that's our game of the week, but for my money, I'll take Vestavia Hills versus Hillcrest any day and twice on Sunday. A 7A Region 3 match. I'm lucky now to be joined by the head coach of the Rebels. It is Robert Evans. And Robert, before we get into tonight's game, you guys have had a turbulent last 2 weeks. You beat Auburn in a huge win. Then last week you go up to Hewitt. You drop that one. I'm interested where the mindset of this team is as you head into Hillcrest tonight.
Well, it's a good question. We'll find out in a couple of hours. I mean, I think we've had a good week of practice, but high school football is a week-to-week business, and you never know with 16, 17-year-old kids. But we have a lot of respect for Coach Mitchell and his program. We understand we're going to have to play well to have a chance to win.
Hillcrest comes into 7A 2 years ago. Last week, I go down on the Met, and they beat Hoover in a game that not many gave them a chance. And post-game, I asked Jamie Mitchell. He says, this is what we expect to do. We're Hillcrest. We play second fiddle to no one. I'm interested from what on film you've seen them do well so far this season.
Well, they've pushed Hoover around, and they did a really good job. And Hoover's got a good team, I think. They got a lot of prospects on their defense, and they move the ball kind of at will. And Coach Mitchell's a Hall of Fame coach, and he's right. They don't take a second fiddle to nobody. But, 6A and 7A is different, certainly. But if they win this game tonight, they're kind of locked to be in the playoffs, and that's a big deal for their program. It's a big deal for our program. And really, these early region games matter when you talk about playoff implications and seeding for the playoffs, because that matters this year with us matching up with Central Phoenix's region in the first round of the playoffs.
Awesome, Jeff. We will have highlights and post-game reaction tonight from Vestavia Hills as Robert Evans and the Rebels will try to go to 3-1 on the season as they welcome in the unbeaten Hillcrest Patriots. But for now, from Vestavia, I'm Johnny Condon, ABC 3340 Sports.
All right, Johnny, thank you very much. Coming up on Blitz Game Day, I visit with the Coleman cheerleaders, and this week I sat down with a Coleman Bearcat legend and former Tide quarterback Wayne Trimble. We'll do some reminiscing next. Welcome back to Oliver Woodard Stadium here at Coleman High School, home of the Friday night rivals game tonight between the Jasper Vikings and the Coleman Bearcats. You know, 63 years ago, there was a pretty special team that played here. The 1962 Bearcats, unbeaten, untied, and state champions. I talked to the quarterback of that team earlier this week. Wayne Trimble is 80 years old. He has a lot of good memories, like October 19th, 1962, when an estimated 15,000 people came to watch his Coleman Bearcats beat Decatur 20-0. You ever seen that many people at a high school game before?
No, sure haven't. In 1962, that's a lot of people. We knew they were here to see a good football game, and maybe if they were from Coleman, they really did see a good football game.
Trimble, number 20, played quarterback and defensive back for the 62 Cats. He could do it all. In fact, on a November night against Walker, he found 5 different ways to get the ball in the end zone.
A kickoff return, punt return, intercepted the pass, returned that, threw a touchdown pass, and rushed for a touchdown.
The 1962 Bearcats outscored opponents 399-78, and in the pre-playoff era were crowned state champs by the Birmingham Post-Herald and UPI.
Just good guys, good hard-nosed guys, and country boys, and we just molded together.
The man in charge of the molding was Coach Oliver Woodard.
Coach Woodard, how special was he?
Pretty special. Not one of these rah-rah coaches, but just speak to you, talk to you.
Trimble was an All-American quarterback with All-American good looks and an All-American love story. He dated the head cheerleader and beauty queen, Barbara Putman.
That's my wife.
They've been married for 58 years. Trimble, running back Leslie Kelly, and guard John Calvert went to Bama to play for Paul Bear Bryant. They got national championship rings in 64 and 65 and were on that unbeaten and uncrowned team in 1966. Bryant could be tough to play for, hard to please.
What comes to mind when you think about playing for Coach Bryant?
Doing what he said. Practice was going pretty bad. We thought it was going good, but he thought it was bad. He came off the tire and came out there and he told us, all right, I want y'all to go in and get dressed, go to class. I want you over here at 5 o'clock in the morning, dressed and ready to go. Whoa. There was a lot of them leaving that night.
In the Tide's 30-3 win in the 65 Iron Bowl, Trimble snagged an interception.
How high did you jump that day?
I don't remember.
He was a backup quarterback at Bama, playing behind legends like Joe Namath, Steve Sloan, and Kenny the Snake Stabler. But one Saturday in '66, Trimble was ready to strike when the Snakes struggled against Mississippi State.
Surrounded by good players, and that's what we had at Alabama. Luckily, I threw 3 touchdown passes and came from behind and beat Mississippi State. That sticks with me pretty good.
But what also sticks with Trimble is being part of the greatest Coleman Bearcat team ever, the only state championship team in school history.
Makes me feel good that we were able to contribute to something here. Was happy to get that state championship.
After we finished our interview with Wayne on Tuesday, Bearcats head coach Trent Walker surprised him with a gift.
Just recognize all the things you did, Coleman High School, football, basketball, first All-American. Just want to make sure games like this help us kind of step back and recognize our past, and you're a large part of our past. So I just wanted to recognize you.
Well, I appreciate it. That's nice, super nice.
You recognize that guy, don't you?
Like I say, I had good teams.
Yeah, it was very good to visit with Wayne Trimble this past week. Thank him for his time. All right, we're here with the Coleman cheerleaders. You guys have been doing a great job. Sloan Nobinger joins us now, the captain of the cheerleading squad. And I know you guys are really into the competitions and all that stuff. How do you balance that, all that work, with the cheering that you do on Friday night?
Well, we have been practicing daily since the beginning of the summer for competition. Although that's a very big part of who we are, we also love to cheer on the sidelines on Friday nights. We love cheering on the Cats. It takes a lot of time, a lot of dedication, a lot of organization, and Miss Pilot really does a great job at keeping us organized. It's super easy with my team because we love to do both. We love to cheer on the Cats on Fridays.
Nice shout out to the cheerleader sponsor, by the way.
Yes, Miss Pilot's great. We love her.
Okay, here are the Coleman cheerleaders. Thank you, girls. Thank you, girls. And Blitz Game Day will be right back with a final word from the Vikings and Bearcats.